A mother recently shared a video describing an incident from August 13th, 2025, that left her deeply unsettled. Her young daughter had been alone downstairs when their Ring camera captured something she still can't explain. It had been only 6 weeks since Jacqueline and her daughter moved into the new house, and after what happened that night, she's no longer sure it's a safe place to live. While Jacqueline was upstairs taking a shower, her daughter was by herself in the kitchen. Suddenly, this happened. Eyeballing off Steed, but now at the casino, she's playing to avenge Paul's death. She lures Victor into a trap, letting him gain his confidence, win a few hands just to see what his tendencies are. But then she goes for the throat. Within 4 hours, Sally has queened Victor out, winning the entire $100,000 reward. Frequently, in a poker game like this, because the stakes are so high and bullshit are so hard, these disputes are carried away from poker table. You would become so angry that you would act out violently. Instead of just leaving the game this time, Sally's scared, clutching her arm. Jacqueline's daughter ran upstairs to tell her that something had touched her. Jacqueline froze at the words no parent ever wants to hear from their child. But there was proof. Minutes later, she snapped a photo of her daughter's arm, showing an unexplained mark. When she reviewed the security footage, she found no sign of another person. Yet the video clearly shows a bag on the couch, shifting on its own, and a small object being launched toward her daughter. Convinced this was no accident, Jacqueline now believes she may be dealing with a haunting. Whether paranormal or not, her child's sudden crying and the mysterious mark are hard to ignore. But as always, the final verdict is yours.
What the
Was that a growl?
God, please tell me you heard that.
Growl. Heavy growl.
That sounded like a growl, dude.
Down there. Just like that.
What the
Was that a growl?
God, please tell me you heard that.
Growl. Heavy growl.
That sounded like a growl, dude.
It was like...
It was 2 syllables. Like that.
A woman is running a daycare out of her quiet suburban home. It's an average day, and the kids are laughing and playing nearby. Everything seems normal, but then things start to get a little spooky. Like that, and hanging up, making my back. What's a big regular? The old rich old A little boy comes running out of one of the nearby rooms, screaming in fear. The daycare provider hurries over and asks him what's wrong, but he's too terrified to speak. He just points at the open door. Cautiously, the woman goes to check it out for herself. While the woman is in the room investigating, a heavy child's playhouse suddenly tips over on its side. The crash startles her and leaves the children a bit confused. But here's where things get very, very creepy. Because, did you see it? Viewers of the video point out that there are 2 creepy little hands reaching down from above the door. The hands look to be about the size of a child's, and they pull back and disappear just as the little boy runs from the room. Now, the daycare provider's daughter who posted the video says that she didn't even notice these little hands until someone pointed them out in the video comments. This is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video, You can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that. The young woman says that she is also confused as to how the child's playhouse could just turn over. Firstly, we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to...
Bro, my legs are chilled. Like, it's my upper body is fine. Where my knees are at, oh my god.
Children. Okay, if you're a child, can you touch that little red button again?
Something just touched me. Something just touched my back, dude. Oh god.
Come on back in here, dude.
It's a
child.
bro.
It's a child.
It's a child.
Okay, so we're dealing with a child.
To point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that. But the story gets even creepier as the daycare provider's daughter explains just why the little boy ran out of the room in the first place. The main thing and the reason that the little boy was screaming is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors a few days later, and the daughter notices something weird on the CCTV. As she is watching, the child's security gate just seems to unlatch and open on its own. She heads into the room to investigate, but she's not ready for what she finds. Holy big damn. That's f***ing creepy. Do it again. Like, yeah, okay. Do it again. I'll wave. Do it again. Open the gate. As she is recording the child gate and trying to encourage any nearby spirit to open it again, something suddenly moves under the sheet covering the vanity. It almost looks like a finger poking underneath. The movement is slight, but the young woman notices it immediately and just makes a run for it. The woman and her mother now believe that the little child's vanity was the cause of all the paranormal activity. They say that they have now sold the little wooden vanity to someone on Facebook Marketplace. Someone who actually wanted to buy the vanity just because it might be haunted. But was this actual paranormal activity? And if not, then just what are these bizarre little hands that seem to reach down from the ceiling? You decide.
They didn't really want. They're scared.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Yeah.
They don't want this being known. They kind of feel freaked out and alone. And they bled through the paint, which is just nuts.
Yeah, they finally sanded it off after several attempts, and it finally, they said you can still barely see it.
So like it said, stay.
It was just another quiet Friday afternoon. A guy hanging out at home with his dog. Everything was normal until the dog started acting off. According to the friend who later posted the footage on Reddit, the pup wouldn't take his eyes off the open closet, almost like someone else was in the house. The only problem, the guy lives alone. Naturally, he grabs his phone and goes to check it out. But what he records would make anyone second guess living solo. Let's watch. Jackson is like laser ass focused on this right now. He won't. Like, you're right, man. I know. He took things wrong. What was his bloody person? Are you getting me right now? There is no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. There is no way. The object flying off the shelf is especially creepy, since they were the only ones in the house. Plus, the closet doesn't look big enough to hide an accomplice. But for some reason, he plays it cool, shrugging it off as one of those wild moments. But then, just a few days later, his paranormal roomie came to pay him another visit. What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson, wait. What's wrong? Just bathing and stuff. The fuck? Jackson, what? Pets are known for their ability to sense energies and entities way before humans catch wind of them. And once again, it was his dog that pulled into the storage room. Granted, even a gentle breeze could have closed that door that way. But how do you explain the hanged coat getting tugged? Our guy had only just moved into the place, and creepy incidents like these weren't exactly part of his housewarming plan, so he didn't stick around long enough to make even more videos. He found a new place and moved out. Meanwhile, commenters continue to wonder if he'd overreacted by moving out so quickly, or if he was wise to get out before things escalated into something much darker. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.